go. How's it, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Motorcycle Preservation Society, where we try and preserve some motorcycle history. That includes some racing, some normal bikes, road bikes, enduro bikes, just motorcycles in general. So today we have here a K1300GT. If you have not been following along, please go check out the videos. I recently went to fetch this in George, end of July. Was waiting for a clutch. The spring has sprung. So we are now a few months later and the bike is finally riding as it should, and I've got a big surprise for the next video as well. We're here behind the post office where I visited quite a few times to look for the clutch.
On the inside at least.
It was ordered from Amazon with the economy shipping, which took quite a while to get here. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with this bike. Comparing this to the K75C, I actually have the K75C currently still for sale, but I'm thinking of rather maybe selling this. Don't get me wrong, this is an awesome bike. It really scoots and gets you into trouble really quickly. It's got 165 horse on the wheel. Isn't that just crazy? But it's a big bike, it's a heavy bike. I'll show you later when I try and take it off the main stand. You can feel the weight. It's a lot harder to work on. It's a lot more plastics, a lot more modern. The one benefit probably is it has a semi-wet clutch, unlike the original K series bikes where it's actually got a car motor and a flywheel and a clutch and a separate gearbox. They actually went with a dry sump, so the oil tank sits under the seat and they pump oil through the motor. The first iterations of this, the first 1200s, actually were known to have a lot of issues with the clutch slipping at 50,000 Ks, and even on this 1300, the later model, there's still the issue. There's a lot of fixes where they have to drill extra oil ports in the clutch basket. There's separate the hydraulic clutch mechanism. There's a slot grinded in there for extra oil flow, and BMW even released a notice for all dealerships that they should rather go with the 5W40 instead of the 10W40 that was originally recommended for these motorcycles. So taking all of that into consideration, it is a lovely bike. It's got electronic screen, it's got heated seats, heated grips, it's got all the creature comforts, it's got the panniers and the big tar box. It's a lovely machine, but I'm not sure if it will stand the test of time. But yeah, so that's the negatives. Let me get to the positives. Just have a look at those rims. So those rims were sprayed by the Mag Workshop. Big thanks to them. It looks phenomenal in my opinion. I know it's a bit subjective, and in hindsight, if I wanted to sell the bike, I probably should have gone with OEM, but I've only started to ride a bike now. I'll see how it goes after the weekend. As I mentioned, I've got a big surprise for the next video, and we'll see how it goes. Just start it up for you. I've replaced the tire sensors as well. I still have to sync that. If anybody has got a GS911 tool, I still need to sync that. So you'll see 52,000 Ks on the clock. Just have a look at this electronic screen. Crazy. It's got the electronic suspension, the ESA. Not sure if you'll be able to see it. So it's got electronic suspension, it's got a semi-wet clutch as I mentioned. They actually pump oil onto the clutch. I'm a bit hesitant of parking it on the side stand, specifically not to burn out the clutch. So yeah, hopefully it lasts. It did last 50,000 Ks. It was the original clutch in there, but once again the K75C with 170,000 Ks with original clutch. So I can't help but think they went a little bit backwards, but all in all it's a lovely piece of machine. So let's go for a quick ride. I am just glad to be out of the garage. So I just want to illustrate the point quickly. I'm going to take the bike off the main stand now. It is extremely heavy. Oh, holy moly. side stand, and then the clutch sits in the air. So yeah, I can't help but wonder if that's part of the reason why the clutch has blown up. So as I mentioned, the bike stood for the better part of a month with the clutch on order. So the battery actually was flat the other day. I had to get a jump start. I'll put a picture in here from a company, Fryzon, I think. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I also managed to get a new key. I had to open it up to get the chip in there, but I got a spare key finally. Apparently the BMWs, the newer ones, do not come with a spare key. Who knew? And the battery sits in the front here, and it's a very, very expensive battery, so I'm trying not to replace that yet. There we go. Battery lights on, tire pressure's on, all the red lights are on. The service lights on. So yeah, all the lights are working. Check. Oh, it's an awesome machine. Yeah. It's bigger. Yes, it's a nice big machine. Let me just do a normal gear check. That didn't forget anything. Beautiful park here for the dogs. Look at this mural, huh? Doesn't it just want to make you take the road, go for a ride? Ah. So the post office is just in the back here. That's actually how I spotted the mural. Ooh. Bottles. Ooh. We're gonna duck right here. Oh, awesome. Yes, it's a big bike. I still have to get used to it, especially compared to the K75. Don't get me wrong, the K75 is not light. It's a lot nimbler than the K100, but it feels very light. As I mentioned it as well in the video of it, the center of gravity is extremely low. Yeah, man, this thing will get you into trouble really quickly. When the clutch was slipping, I couldn't ride it past 5,000 revs, and now with the clutch working, now I can ride it, you know, it will pull straight through. I think we'll go past the mall where the speed limit's 120. Let me just put the screen up a bit, maybe it will block some of the wind. And maybe turn on the heated grips. So this reminds me a lot of the Triumph I had, the Triumph Tiger, the Tex, T-Rex Tex they call it. The Triumph Explorer 1200 of the shaft. It feels well built, but every time I try and start it, I almost get a little cold shivers. Will it start? And I had a very similar feeling with the Triumph. It also left me with a flat battery more than once. So yeah, it's new, it's working now, but I'm not sure how it will age. The K75 is an 87 model, which makes it, what's that, 38 years old, and it still feels like a bike that will last another 37 years. I'm not sure if I can say the same about this. Let me just carry on here past the car. So you might have seen a little shudder there when I pulled away. They actually say the clutches don't really wear. It's the clutch basket that wears, and the aluminium then falls in between the plates. The recommendation is actually to replace the whole basket, which I did not do. I did replace the steel and the friction plates, but there is a little shudder when you pull away. I'm not sure if you saw it now when I pulled away. If the light goes red here again when we pull away, I'll show you. So let's see. So we are in 5th gear. Phew. Let's go down a few. That's 3rd gear. Rolling 3rd from 60. Yeah, no, it pulls out. Yeah, no, awesome bike. Look, technology has improved in a lot of ways. The fuel injection is crisp. The seating position is awesome. No, this thing will get you into trouble real quickly. Yeah. So guess what? Gorgeous George's clutch arrived. It's been marinating in this 5W40 fully synthetic oil for a while. So yeah, I'm going to put a time lapse on. Let's get a clutch and I can't wait to ride a bike again. Thanks for following along. Replaced the air filter, but isn't it the cutest air filter you've ever seen? I was joking that when the clutch actually went, I should have used the air filter as a traffic cone. BMW, the Germans, I think of everything, eh?